You wish?
Mm-hmm. これです
すごい近い距離やね。
かわいいや。
かわいい。
double. So like this, like this, then I need it. 手上 here. Good.
And do that again.
すごいよね。
We must do that. I've never seen that before.
Wow.
So it's
That's
very
how
elastic.
Yeah,
elastic it
perfect.
is.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it is.
You can kind of see the elasticity on the outside as well. But
Yeah.
these are your patterns. Aren't
Yeah,
they?
yes.
That's beautiful.
Every loaf is different design.
Lovely.
So
As we're seeing a lot of natural wine in Chuo.
Do what?
Now what? Because Takichi, she said something about time.
Sweat like a hell.
Yeah.
But winter time is okay.
Well, it's like a modern Arga. You know, the Arga is a famous English oven with cigar.
ラブネ、
ラブね。
ラブネソース。
でもこれはね、サーモンが入ってる
初めてから？
Fantastic.
美味しそう
これクッキーさんの
美味しそう。
地元の There's sesame oil
Sesame
very famous from Yokkaichi. They sell in all over Japan as
なん
well.
て名前？
クッキー産業さん。
クッキー産業。
See,
Very good.
but the trouble is, for example, if you're taking a sunset,
嬉
And
し
it's
い。
dark.
ありがとうござい
they'll
ま
make it look
す。
like middle of the afternoon. They have this sort of such incredible light sensitivity.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the mask.
10キロ。
Back on the stairs now.
I want to have a glove, but I don't have one, so I just have to do it by hand. Ooh.